Over the past few days, I've watched fireworks bloom across the country. I've watched families gathering on front lawns, children waving flags that were bigger than they were, veterans standing quietly while the anthem played, and people who have every reason to disagree with one another, choosing, if only for an evening, to celebrate something they still share. It moved me more than I expected. I've also watched visitors from around the world celebrating America's 250th birthday with us. Hearing people from other nations speak with admiration about this country reminded me of something that's easy to forget when you're living inside it. Sometimes it takes seeing your home through someone else's eyes to remember what you have. I've heard the criticism. I know America has flaws. Every nation does. We've made mistakes and we'll make more. Loving a country doesn't require believing it's perfect. It requires believing it's worth caring for. I'm proud to be an American because I still believe in the promise that ordinary people can build extraordinary lives. I believe in freedom of speech, even when the words are uncomfortable. I believe in the right to disagree without becoming enemies. I believe in the generosity I've witnessed from complete strangers more times than I can count. I've spent years photographing homes across this country. I've driven thousands of miles through neighborhoods most people will never see. What stays with me isn't the architecture. It's the people. The client who greets me with warmth. The veteran who shares a story. The neighbor waving from a front porch. The waitress who remembers your name. Those moments don't make the headlines, but they make a nation. Precisely because I love this country, I believe we have a responsibility to protect it. I believe every sovereign nation has the right to control its borders. Immigration has always been part of America's story and one of its greatest strengths. People from every corner of the world have come here legally, worked hard, embraced this country, and helped build what America has become. But I also believe there is a difference between immigration and unchecked mass migration. Marco Rubio recently used an analogy that stayed with me. He said immigration is like rain. Rain is essential. It nourishes and brings life. But flooding is something entirely different. Flooding overwhelms what it touches. Whether you agree with that comparison or not, it captures my concern. A nation should be able to decide who enters, under what laws, and at a pace that allows newcomers to become part of the country they chose. To me, loving America also means wanting America to remain America. Not because we reject people from other cultures, but because every nation has a unique identity worth preserving. The ideals that drew millions of people here, liberty, opportunity, self-government, freedom of conscience, and the rule of law, don't sustain themselves. Every generation inherits the responsibility to protect them. That responsibility belongs to all of us. This 4th of July wasn't just another holiday for me. It was a reminder that freedom is never permanent simply because it exists today. Every generation decides whether it will preserve what it has inherited or slowly surrender it through neglect. I choose gratitude. I choose stewardship. I choose to love this country enough to celebrate its blessings, acknowledge its failures, and do what I can to help preserve the ideals that made it worth coming to in the first place. And I won't apologize for that. If something in this spoke to you, you can go deeper with the full written piece on Substack at tendingtheinbetween.substack.com.